just wanted to ask if anybody enjoys playing video games anymore, because all I see is complaints.
Dude, I love playing video games. And I ain't never gonna stop loving playing video games. But I think I know why people are complaining so much, or why you keep hearing people complain so much. Ignore the wind. It looks like it's about to storm or rain or something, so just ignore that. So there's a few reasons why I think you're seeing a lot of complaints and stuff like that. And I think it's because, one, there are a lot of people that are just not playing the games that they should. I think a lot of people who are in the old Nintendo games and stuff like that, they should be playing more games that they enjoy. Like, if they like side-scrolling beat-em-ups, they should play more side-scrolling beat-em-ups and review those. Or, like me, I like my 3D platforming games. Those are, like, my favorite. But I still like my first-person shooters. I still like my side-scrolling beat-em-ups. I like, I have games that I like, so those are the games that I play. But I feel like the next part is people watching too many people who have opinions on video games. Like Asmongold kind of people, where they just literally complain about everything. And I think, and this is, I'm like, I don't have any evidence, but this is just what it feels like to me. But I feel like people will watch these content creators, or like they aspire to be these kind of content creators so they can be the same, because people who complain, they get paid. If you notice, like on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, wherever you may be, if you're complaining about something, you're making money. So I'm wondering if these content creators are kind of, so to say, poisoning the water hole by kind of not forcing opinions on people, but just like, there are people out there that just take everybody's opinion as like fact, so then they just start complaining about games they've never even played. Another part, I think, is just the gaming industry as a whole. I mean, we're now getting $90 games, base $90 games. There's no special attachments, there's no DLC attached to it, there's no like physical thing to enjoy and put on your shelf with it. It is a base $90 game. That's not cool. That is not cool. That is turning gaming into a luxury. There's a lot of like nickel and diming the customer and stuff like that. You pay for a game that actually looks and may actually be really cool, but not until you get patch like 5.78, because it took them that long to actually finish the game, but they had to release it because of like the fat cats and bigwigs up there that are forcing people to, like, forcing developers and companies to just pump these games out because they do make money. But I think, complaining wise, that's my biggest thing. It's just the gaming industry is just kind of trying too hard to suck the money out of us, and that's my biggest complaint. But when it comes to the games coming out, they all look pretty cool. As far as I've seen, a lot of the games that I've seen that are recently coming out, they all look pretty cool. They all look pretty sick. But I think, again, it's one of those things where you got those people that play a certain game, and then there's a new game that's out. Let's say Doom the Dark Age, right? I love that game. I haven't played Doom the Dark Age, but I played Doom Eternal, and I played Doom 2016, and I love it. It's consistently good. Just all the Doom games, honestly, are just all consistently good. But those are games that I like. I like over-the-top action shooters. I like my 3D platforming. I like, my story-esque games like The Last of Us and stuff like that. But, I have a bigger variety of games that I enjoy. But there are some people out there that only like first-person shooters, or only like PvP games, or only like PvE games. And when the next big game, like let's say Doom, it's a first-person, over-the-top action shooter that is metal as hell. Some people aren't into that, but they gotta make the video, they gotta do the thing, so they played 15 minutes of the game and they're like, I don't understand what's going on. This game sucks. It's so loud, it's so gory, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, have you played a Doom game before? Well, no, this is the first one I ever played. You're literally playing the third game in the new version of the game. So you gotta go all the way back to 1993? You gotta go back to 93 and play that, and then work your way back up to appreciate where we're at now. See, I don't like Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty all the way up to, I think, Ghost, and then I was like, you know what? I don't like the direction they're going. I'm kind of done. And now we have rated M Fortnite, and I hate it. I just don't like it. But that's not my thing, right? I like my shooters. I just said I love Doom. But Call of Duty's not for me. You know what is for me? Battlefield. I love Battlefield. I haven't played some of the newer games, but Battlefield 3, I love that game. Battlefield 4, I never really played the online, but the campaign's really fun. So I like similar games. It's just, I don't complain about it. Like, if somebody wants to talk to me about Call of Duty, cool, go ahead, go for it. Go talk about Call of Duty. But if you're going to say that it's the best game ever, no, it's not. There are better games out there, and it's just not my preference. And these people play these games that aren't their preference and then have to make a video on it because they've been stuck with the same 6 games since they were 14. And it's not good. It's not something that you should do. It's very toxic, I would say. If you like a certain game, review that. If you don't like a certain game, just be like, hey man, it's not for me. But nowadays everything's got to be so black and white. You can't be in a gray area. So I say, if you hear a lot of complaints, ignore them. Honestly, they're just babies who either don't like art or they're just playing games they really shouldn't be playing. If you like Call of Duty kind of games, just play those and review those kind of games because that's your thing. I don't personally like those kind of games, so I'm not going to play them and I'm not going to review them. So it's as easy as that. The gaming industry isn't really making things easier. There's a lot of to complain about when it comes to that. But when you get yourself a good game, I've been playing South of Midnight, Helldivers 2, peak, 10 out of 10, both. I like them both. They are both very, very good games. They're both new games. And I really don't have any problems with them. It's great. So that's what I think it is. I think it's a lot of just the gaming industry kind of sucks. There's people that watch content creators and want to be those content creators. And then the content creators themselves are just playing games that really aren't their thing. So, I don't know. I know this is long. I like making long videos. But I hope this helps. And I hope that someday the gaming industry and everybody else can just calm down and play the games that they want to play and not have to cry and whine about every little thing.